Is that my bestie in a taxi? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she ready. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, not my motherfucking friend. She been.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. It's nice to see us back on your screens. I'm here with my co-host as per usual.
Ells. Hi guys.
We're back at it again on your screens. Today we're eating Subway again because we are filming in the morning again. You know, when I'm not really an early bird though, to be honest, guys. But we are eating Subway. What are you guys eating, guys?
I'm just having a normal sub. Tuna sub.
Yeah, I'm a bit triggered from Subway, so I've put my sandwich to the side.
For a second.
Crisps and a cookie.
Yeah.
For now.
Nice.
I'm having the same as Ilham with a bit more of salad and stuff.
Yeah.
A decorated tuna sub, yeah.
Decorated tuna
A
sub.
remix tuna salad.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got Naz here with us today. And we've got lovely man over there. So, yeah, guys.
The topic we're going to speak about today is like domestic violence / abusive relationships. And to be honest, the reason why I wanted to speak about this is because, I don't know if you guys, well, obviously you must have seen it now because everyone's seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It is, you guys have seen the video of Quavo dragging Sweetie in that
Not
lift.
dragging.
He was dragging her.
It's so witty.
Yeah, he was
So
dragging
witty.
her, like, you know, whatever, back into the lift. But at the same time, she was swinging for him first. So we're just gonna.
Is it abuse? Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna discuss that. I'm gonna start with talking about that video.
Yeah.
Do you think he reacted right?
I don't think right is the right word to use.
Okay, not right. Do you think that was
Acceptable.
Yeah. Do you think
No.
his reaction was acceptable? Considering she was swinging for him first.
They were obviously battling. Like they were tussling over the bag.
Over the
I
bag,
could see
yeah.
that. But she did swing for him first.
Yeah,
But we don't know outside of the elevator. What
100%.
happened? What's going on the other side?
Before he dragged her into the lift, before they was tussling over that bag, I saw her swing her right arm. I think it was her right arm. Anyways, I saw her swing her arm to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she did hit him. I'm not sure because the video was just very like
Yeah, I didn't see if it connected.
fast. Like it wasn't clear to me, and I feel like it did connect. I don't know. But then
I feel like, obviously, it wasn't... I feel like it's not the first time that they did this to each other.
100%.
Because...
yeah, obviously, if they're doing it in public,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't feel like this is the
didn't
first
start
time.
right there.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is the first time. So I feel like it did come across like it was very toxic and abusive, you know?
But do you think
But that happened last year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this wasn't recent. This happened last year.
it wasn't recent.
Yeah.
It's
So-
been a while.
So for everyone on social media, like they post like the best photos and like
Of
goals.
course,
Everyone's
100%.
like always like bigging them up all the time. But look at what was going on behind closed doors, and people don't even know all of that. And what they present is such a cookie cutter, bubbly, like look at us lifestyle. That's clearly not.
That's what I was about to touch up on.
Mm.
You don't know what's going on behind the scene, and domestic violence is not always just from the male perspective. It can
100%.
also come from the female. You know, like there are females that are abusive towards
100%.
their partner.
100%. I just wanted to just see what you guys thought about that video first. Like,
Do you know what's crazy? When that video came out, everyone straight away said, "Oh my god, that's abuse. He's abusing her."
Yeah.
Straight away.
yeah,
They always blame it on the
Yeah,
men.
and
Straight away.
they did blame him straight away. That's why I'm thinking like.
But why did they blame him? Because all he did was literally drag her.
Because
Obviously,
that
like, people are
video,
gonna...
the first video that
Yeah.
actually came out was of him dragging her, and then there was
longer
another
clip.
video. It was the same clip but a bit longer.
Yeah.
Where you can see her swinging first. You get it, like the extended clip came out after. So on the initial response was, you know, why is he doing that to her? You know, everyone was just shocked.
Yeah.
Obviously they're gonna blame him because you can see him dragging her. And I don't think you should be dragging anybody anyway. I don't think that's acceptable either. But at the same time, as a woman, I don't feel like you should put your hands on your partner either, or try to put your hands on your partner. It's a bit For me, it's a bit sticky, innit?
Okay, wait.
It's very sticky for me, the situation.
If we only saw her clip of her swinging and we didn't see anything else, would we be talking about abuse?
No.
we wouldn't. That wouldn't even be.
Yeah, 100%.
We'd be like, yes, there you go. Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah. Probably like, I wonder what he did.
Yeah,
literally.
100%. That's so true.
And I've seen like people coming for her saying, "Oh look, you want 6-figure nigga, and this what he's doing."
That is fucking rude.
It's true. Females literally just admire what they say in their song lyrics, and not knowing what's going on behind closed doors. Do you get it?
They literally used her.
It's like what Meg said. Yeah, it's like what Meg said. Meg was like, "Yeah, hot girl summer, but you know my man's still picking me up."
You're still picking me up. Yeah, 100 period. Yeah, 100 period. You know, it's true. Yeah, you get it. That's so funny.
So I feel like it depends. What he did though when he dragged her back, because she swung for him, and then I don't understand though, because he was walking away, and then she swung for him, and then he came back, right?
I think she was trying to go. She was the one that was trying to leave.
I couldn't tell who was trying to leave.
But he was before her though. He was in front of her, and then
she looked like she was trying to exit out.
Because females literally just admire what they say in their song lyrics, not knowing what's going on behind closed doors. Do you get it?
They literally used her.
It's like what Meg said. Yeah, it's like what Meg said. Meg was like, "Yeah, hot girl summer, but you know my man's still picking me up."
You're still picking me up. Yeah, 100 period. You know,
it's true. Yeah, you get it.
That's so funny.
So I feel like it depends. What he did though when he dragged her back, because she swung for him, and then I don't understand though, because he was walking away, and then she swung for him, and then he came back, right?
I think she was trying to go. She was the one that was trying to leave.
I couldn't tell who was trying to leave.
But he was before her though. He was in front of her, and then
she looked like she was trying to exit out.
She was trying to. I feel like after she did what she did
in the elevator. I want to know what happened before they came out.
Wait, the bag was in the elevator. She tried to take it out. He tried to put it.
Yeah, what is in that bag?
I think that's what it was. What's in the bag?
Yeah, what's in the bag?
It was a Call of Duty bag.
Because they were really chasing to that bag. They were really.
It was a Call of Duty bag, and I was like, ain't no games in that bag. No games.
Oh damn.
Who does the bag belong to? Is it her bag or is it?
Bag.
Yeah, it has been.
No, I feel like it's hers because she was holding it first. Maybe he's thinking, I took your Bentley, let me take this back. Nah, but for real, I don't know. I think they were both in the wrong. But I feel like at the same time, my opinion is very controversial. This is what I'm saying. I think they were both in the wrong. She shouldn't have swung for him. But at the same time, I feel like as a man, yeah, you are physically stronger than a woman, do you get it? If she's trying to hit you, I don't feel like you should hit her back, but I do feel like you should do some sort of restraint, do you get it?
100%.
You should restrain her 100%, do you get it? Maybe even drag her,
but that's what I mean. In the video.
But it's a bit sticky.
But that's what I mean. In the video, if someone's trying to hit you or someone's trying to do something, you're gonna try to do something. It's self-defense. You're not
definitely.
You didn't see him raise his arms or do anything like that, like ready to hit her or anything like that. He just dragged her. She fell, or
dramatic.
Gravity.
She was doing this. You know when bitches do this, you know they're angry. Like as soon as I get out of this motherfucking lift, it's over with. You know what?
No, listen. She was sitting down for too long. Yeah,
exactly.
When you're sitting down for too long, yeah,
you know you're thinking.
Yeah, she was deep in her life in that situation right there and there.
Why is it like if she was to like drag him like that, nobody would see it as a big deal. She just dragged him.
The extended clip came out after. So on the initial response was, you know, why is he doing that to her? You know, everyone was just shocked.
Yeah.
Obviously they're gonna blame him because you can see him dragging her. And I don't think you should be dragging anybody anyway. I don't think that's acceptable either. But at the same time, as a woman, I don't feel like you should put your hands on your partner either. Or try
it's true, yeah. Because females literally just admire what they say in their song lyrics, not knowing what's going on behind closed doors. Do you get it?
They literally used her.
It's like what Meg said. Yeah, it's like what Meg said. Meg was like, "Yeah, hot girl summer, but you know my man's still picking me up."
You're still picking me up. Yeah, 100 period.
You know, it's true. Yeah, you get it.
That's so funny.
So I feel like it depends. What he did though when he dragged her back, because she swung for him, and then I don't understand though, because he was walking away, and then she swung for him, and then he came back, right? He was walking away.
She was trying to go. She was the one that was
I
trying to leave.
couldn't tell who was trying to leave,
but he was before her though. And then, but
she was facing her way.
Yeah, she was trying to. I feel like after she did what she did
in the elevator. I want to know what happened before they came out.
Wait, the bag was in the elevator. She tried to take it out. He tried to put it.
Yeah, what is in the bag?
I think
I don't know.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? Because they were really chasing to that bag. They were really running to that bag.
Call of Duty bag. And I was like, ain't no games in that bag.
Oh damn!
Who does the bag belong to? Is it her bag or is it?
Yeah, I have been.
No, I feel like it's hers because she was holding it first. Maybe he's thinking, I took your Bentley, let me take this back. For real, I don't know. And I think they were both in the wrong. But I feel like at the same time, my opinion is very controversial. This is what I'm saying. I think they were both in the wrong. She shouldn't have swung for him. But at the same time, I feel like as a man, yeah, you are physically stronger than a woman, do you get it? If she's trying to hit you, I don't feel like you should hit her back, but I do feel like you should do some restraint, do you get it?
100%.
You should restrain her 100%, do you get it? Maybe even drag her,
okay, yeah, but that's what I mean. In the video.
But it's a bit sticky.
But that's what I mean. In the video, if someone's trying to hit you or someone's trying to do something, you're going to try to do something. It's self-defense. You're not you didn't see raise his arms or do anything like that, like ready to hit her or anything like that. He just dragged her. She fell or, gravity.
She was doing this. You know when bitches do this, you know they're angry. Like, as soon as I get out of this motherfucking lift, it's over with. You know what?
Sitting down for too long, yeah.
Exactly.
When you're sitting down for too long, yeah,
you know you're thinking.
Yeah, she was deep in her life in that situation right there and there.
Why is it like if she was to like drag him like that, nobody would see it as a big blow. She just dragged him to the floor, tried to get it.
Say that's cute.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But my opinion on that is, I don't think it's right. Like I said, in that situation, I think what he did was maybe acceptable for that situation. Do you get it? Because he was defending himself.
That's what I mean. For that situation, I feel like that was maybe the best.
The best thing.
No, not the best thing to do, but
it's
at the time
because he didn't actually put his hands to hit her.
Do you feel like he dragged her into the lift because
you know? Do you get it?
Do you feel like he dragged her into the lift because you know how females do the most, like when something happens to them, like they try to hit someone and they don't get their way, run down the fucking corridor. He fucking hit me! You did some shit to me. They do dramatic shit, you know.
That's what I'm seeing in the comments of the video. You know she's on the floor.
Yeah.
Look how long it took her to get out. That's like she's so dramatic.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he put her into the lift to defuse the situation, but then she started doing it.
I had to get the bag. I had to get the bag as well. He wanted that bag, innit?
Yeah. What was in that bag? That's what's in the bag.
I don't know what was in that bag.
He was fighting with her. Not even fighting, but he was literally shuffling. He was doing the most for that bag as well.
Million.
But I think to answer your question, I feel like society is more shocking to society when it's a female that's getting like abused or getting hit or getting dragged rather than a male. And I think the reason for that is because we see male as like stronger. Do you get it? Like
more dominant.
They're more dominant, stronger than women. Yeah. So if a guy was to hit me, best believe it would hurt me more than
you hitting him.
Me hitting him.
Yeah. But
not that it makes right. Not that it's right for a woman to hit a man as well.
Yeah.
But I think that's my opinion of why I think it's just more shocking.
Yeah. We say that, but it's so funny that you said that you brought that up, Els, because I was watching a documentary. I think it was maybe like 6 months ago, and it was about a guy getting in a domestic abuse. He was getting domestically abused. Yeah. And then I would think to myself, it's so crazy, like, I had this mindset, but I was thinking to myself, how can she abuse you, you know? Like,
that's what a lot of people
think. Like, how can she abuse you? Like, how do you go to that point where you feel like a woman's
like, how's a woman abusing you?
Yeah, do you get it? Like,
because they're not hitting back. Listen, some guys don't believe in that shit. It don't matter if they're getting beaten up by a female, they will not hit you back.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I've seen, there was one thing that I was also watching. It was so upsetting, man. This guy was getting abused by his girl. Like, he was burning. Sorry, she was burning him.
I think I had
with like
that's what I'm talking about.
threatening him with the iron and all that.
And with the parents.
I don't remember who they lived, but it was a white couple. That's what I remember.
Yeah, it was a white couple, but
And
she lived with the parents.
I was just thinking like, bless you.
Yeah, it's so sad, isn't it?
In them situations, you better beat that bitch up. I'm sorry, like.
Nah.
Yes. If she's out here burning you with cigarette marks,
I'm just thinking, how do you do this?
You need to leave.
And then she's got the fucking fag, and she's like. It's not even funny, guys. As much as the way I'm explaining it is funny, but it's just like, obviously it starts off with mental abuse,
yeah, it does. It always
and then it
starts
goes to
like
physical.
Listen, abuse, it always starts with psychological, verbal. It always emotional. It all starts off with that. Do you get it? It starts off with fucking around with your head and stuff like that. Do you get it? Slowly it builds up and it becomes into something physical. Yes, you should leave, but it's easier said than done. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because they fucked around with your head so much and manipulated you. You might think it's normal. Do you get it?
It becomes reality. It becomes
Every other couple goes through this. That's how it always starts. You think, oh, this might be normal.
This is normal.
Yeah, and it's also from the aspect, like, obviously because I've kind of been through that shit, and it's also it's a thing where like they'll do what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know from the female's perspective, but I assume it's the same, innit? Because you're gonna be thinking the same way. They're doing what they're doing, and they're gonna come back to you and manipulate you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Flowers and stuff. Oh, but they'll even cry, babes. They'll do the most.
Just get you back. Yeah, like,
Do you get it? To make them...
When they start crying...
Yeah, to make themselves like they regret it, and it's remorse, and it's like, this is not me, and it's out of character, and I'm gonna change.
Giving me it's
never gonna happen again. But trust me,
those
believe
people
me,
scare me.
It's giving me very much narcissistic vibes, guys.
It is narcissistic.
Yeah, because all they care about is themselves. They never want their attention to go off them, so they start crying, so their attention goes back on them again.
Yeah, it is. But if a person puts their hands on you once, like, it's gonna happen again. That's
1
my
million
opinion.
%.
Yeah. If you're a female and your boyfriend hits you once, it's gonna happen again. Do you get it? Because and if you stay,
don't wait around.
Yeah, you're allowing it. Do you get it? Yes, he's gonna tell you I'm sorry and I regret and all of that bullshit that he's feeding you in your ear. But it's gonna happen again. Do you get it? It's like cheating. What you accept is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you get it? The same way with a male. What you accept as a male, if you're in a abusive relationship, is what you're gonna get as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean if you're staying, it doesn't mean that you want it to happen. Like I said, like you're manipulating. There's so many reasons why you don't leave.
Like literally, when your relationship is on, it's like love is not just the only thing that can hold you to something. Like 100%. Even if you take that away, like the relationship that you build with the person, the time that you spend, you factor in so many different things. So even, especially what if you've got kids, and you think, oh, I've got kids.
That's the
I can't. What am I going to do? Like, are they going to be safe with their dad?
Exactly.
Like you start thinking about all these kind of things, and that's why a lot of women stay. They stay out of comfortability because it's easier to stay than it is to leave.
100%.
Just to go back on what you were saying, saying that is some people see it as is normal, and there's people that in that environment they don't even have the knowledge about what actually domestic violence is.
100%.
They think that is normal, just like the way you just said. And then people that don't look for research, and some people, there are people that know what they're in is domestic violence, and they still hold it down, thinking like this is the happy home, you know. Especially like kids, when the kids are involved, it's not an ideal environment for a kid to grow up and see that. Because that's the behavior that they're going to pick up and then live their life and then think that's normal and then mistreat female or male.
100%. So do you think people, I'm only speaking about guys because obviously I'm a female, so do you think guys that are maybe abusive towards their partner, do you think they grew up in a house where maybe they saw maybe their dad hitting their mum, or their mum hitting their dad, or both of their parents putting hands on each other? Do you think they grew up in a household like that?
Not all of them.
Not always.
Not always.
Not always, Because it could be outside as well.
I don't know, because I don't know what's gonna. I don't know what it is that is going to trigger you or cause you to want to put your hands on me. So
some people grow up with like negative lifestyles.
That's what.
Some people grow up angry. Some people grow up in like harsh households that maybe they don't see that kind of stuff, but maybe they're getting abused.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're like, you know, no money. I don't know. There's so many things like people can.
Yeah. Some people even grow up like with a normal happy family.
Happy family.
Yeah.
That's the one that killed me.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. You got raised right, and you're acting like this.
Maybe friends.
What? That's what I'm saying. So maybe they went to high school and maybe then they got
friends.
bullied in high school, and now when they're in a relationship, wait.
I think it's about how you grew up.
It's
not always though.
It's not always.
Your life is your own life.
I feel like maybe they grew up with like a happy home, and then they maybe got bullied in school, and then obviously now when they're in a relationship, if it gives them PTSD if like someone yells at them or say something down to them, and then they'll hit you, and then if the female accepts it, then like you just said, you only get what you accept, right? And then some of them, they've never hit female, and then they hit you, and then you accept it, and then they think, okay, this is okay.
But when we say,
this is how I get what I want.
I don't mean you're accepting you getting hit.
You are though. You my personal opinion, you are, because if I was to turn around now and get a boyfriend, and he was to hit me, I would leave the relationship. Exactly. No. It's just like
this is what I'm saying. It's easier said.
It's just like you can choose love. It's just like when I say you can choose love. You know that, innit? No. When you start dating someone, it's just like you can choose love. It's just like when I say you can choose love. You know that, innit? When you start dating someone,
you choose love.
You choose love.
You choose and
then love, babe.
I don't agree. Let me tell you why I don't agree. Yeah.
You choose love.
Let me tell you why I don't agree with you saying that you accept it. Yeah, because like I said, it's not just physical abuse. Do you get it? It's emotional abuse as well.
Yeah.
So you might stay because you might have kids with that person. You might stay because maybe.
So you're accepting it then?
No, hold on. No, it's not accepting it. When I mean accept, as in it's not you accepting it because you don't want that to happen to you. Do you get it? You're staying there. Because maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe you've been manipulated in your head.
Okay.
You get it? For you to think that's normal. Maybe you're thinking he's gonna change. He loves me. Maybe you actually think that's his way of showing you love. So it's not you accepting it. Acceptance to me is basically like
I know what you're trying to say.
You want it.
I know what you're trying to say.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Like financial, depending on that person.
Yeah, maybe you're financial dependent on that person.
Okay.
Maybe you ain't got nowhere else to live. Maybe you got kids with that person.
Yeah.
So
but what are you?
That's why I don't like to use the word acceptance because I feel like
you are accepting it.
You're basically saying like I'm okay with this.
Okay, but you
said not okay with that.
Okay, but you said it starts with mental abuse, right? If it
does.
Okay, cool.
It does.
Because I feel like obviously I was gonna ask a question to say, oh, do you feel like these men that abuse women? Do you feel like they see something in these women that they can abuse?
What do you mean?
Like,
they know something in you that I can manipulate. Like,
do you understand?
I see things in like characteristics in you that I know that I could. For example, what I could do with you, I couldn't do with her. I couldn't do with you.
Do you get it?
Like as a.
Do you understand?
Okay, cool. Maybe to some extent,
They study us, males study us, and they pick up on our weaknesses.
See,
but women study men too. As well,
exactly.
At the same time, like it's
so exactly. So when you say, oh, it starts off with mental. Okay, cool. Like he could mentally abuse you. He could be like do all these things like verbal abuse, and then when it comes to
psychological, emotional, there's a lot of
financial,
everything.
100%. Yeah. So then, where do you feel like you draw the line? Because obviously the mental abuse and the emotional abuse is not. You didn't draw the line there. So I feel like when they put their hands on you,
it's different.
Do you feel like it's like? What's you lot's opinions on that?
I'll tell you my opinion on it. And I'm going to speak about. My opinion is going to be based on personal experience.
Okay.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
On you as a person, to what your tolerance is.
Yeah.
And where you want to put the line. Like, okay, cool, this is it. Right? What your boundary is, what your limit is. You know, what's going to make you click and think, okay, I've had enough. For you to walk away. Yeah. It's different for each people.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, this is the drawing line.
Yeah.
You should leave at this. Like, and no type of abuse should be tolerated. Like it shouldn't be accepted. Any kind of abuse, do you get it?
Yeah.
Any kind of abuse. So with me, obviously with one of my ex-partners, it started off as it would be a thing where like if we got into arguments, it would be a thing where it would be like verbal. Do you get it?
Okay.
Like he would swear at me, And it got to a point where I would do the same thing. Do you get it? Like, I used to act out of character as well.
How it starts.
That's how it started for me.
But I feel like in normal, I wouldn't say. Let me.
I don't think
feel
it's
like
right
normal-
for you to disrespect each other just because you're having an argument. Because there's ways where
Words.
you can. There's ways where you can communicate with each other and.
Without calling each other bitches and hoes.
Yeah, and get your point across to each other about how you feel about any situation without disrespecting each other.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me to shut up. You don't need to call me no bitch.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And I don't need to call you no prick, dickhead, nothing. Like, I could tell you, this is what you done to make me mad.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Communicate.
without cursing you, without shouting at you. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how it started for me. And then it got to a point where it was like manipulation as well. Do you get like he would lie and shit and just make me seem like I'm going crazy and shit. Like, you're just being paranoid and you're insecure and you're jealous and all of this shit. And then eventually it got to physical abuse.
Yeah.
But obviously for me, it is putting his hands on me, but it wasn't
It wasn't severe.
It wasn't severe.
Yeah,
like, I wasn't getting slapped or beaten up or punched or kicked. But I was getting gripped up. I was getting dragged.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you're still putting your hands
Still
on me.
traumatic, regardless.
Do you get it?
100%.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, like the first time it happened, it was a thing where obviously I was in uni at these times, innit? Like my whole like bedroom like mash up, innit? For my person. Like they mashed up everything in my room.
Wow.
That was the first time it happened, and they just come back, I'm sorry, all of that shit. Like I crying, all of that shit. Like it's just manipulated behaviour. So that's also a part of it. So it was just mad.
Yeah, definitely.
Was you in love?
This is what to be honest, I fell
at
out.
that time. Maybe
I fell out of love before we broke up.
You mentally checked out.
Yeah,
you always mentally check out before you mentally check out.
You know, like what I was trying to explain to you, like not that I thought it was normal, but it was my first relationship. Do you get it? So I didn't think to myself like this shouldn't be happening.
It's the worst. Yeah, when it's your first
I
relationship.
didn't know. Do you get it? I didn't know any of this. So I used to come and tell like one of my close friends, like, you know, say if like he was throwing stuff, he'd be throwing shit at me. Like, is that meant to happen? Like, I didn't think.
You didn't. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so shocking. Like
wild.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so wild. But obviously, deep down, I kind of knew it wasn't right because of how upset it was making me feel.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. It's easier to say, you should just get up and leave.
Of course, 100%.
When you don't actually know. Sometimes you don't actually know the situation. Like even if you're in it, it's just. Right, babes.
But the thing is, going back to what you said about accepting, the only way I agree with you with that, is if it's in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant.
If I'm not emotionally invested into you and you hit me,
exactly.
Bye.
Because there's some females. Exactly, Iman. Because there's some females that will just meet a guy and then they'll get into an argument and he'll hit them, and then she will just be like,
they're still going on.
Exactly. And I'm like, that's what I meant by that. I didn't mean like if you're
emotionally invested.
Emotionally invested.
Yeah,
it depends on how long as well, guys.
Yeah. For me, in that situation, it didn't start straight away.
Exactly. That's
like, it was like a year and a half
into it.
Practically relationship. Like, it didn't start.
I feel like it's harder then.
No, it is.
But that's why it's harder, because then you're like, oh my god, you're shocked. This whole bubble that you had.
What?
Yeah, you're like, who are you? I don't know you anymore.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like John? What are you? How do you think about this situation?
Females, we do things, out of love and
just to
it's
make
true.
a point.
Dumb stuff out of love, stupid things.
Yeah.
Just to make a point of what you said, as females, we need to stop falling for potential.
Yeah, we need to stop.
If the potential's not in front of your face, then
yeah, have to go.
Some females, like the old me that I thought I could build this person.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's not always build a bear. Always build a bear. I swear to God, we just be out getting these motherfuckers that need healing. Like, God, if I'm you, just say that. Just say that.
Bob the Builder,
Just say that.
Oh man, if one is lacking, the other should be doing that.
Lifting the other one up, 100%.
But I don't think you should be building him. I think as a man, even as a female, The other person shouldn't be building you. You should be building yourself.
Yourself.
But
No, yeah, 100%.
as my partner,
growing
you-
together.
Yeah, as my partner, you can contribute to that. You can help me, but you can't actually build me.
No, 100%.
Because you can't do. You can't make. Are you gonna walk? Are you gonna walk for me? Like, are you gonna fucking make my legs move? Are you gonna be working on my behalf?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can't actually physically do everything for me. You have to want to do it yourself. But you can help me build. Like, that would be us.
You can help with
building
my
together.
progression.
Yeah, you can help me with my progression.
Yeah. Yeah, so men are just them type of men.
Yeah.
No guy can touch me.
Yeah.
No guy can even like push me. Forget about touching.
Facts.
Like, you know, because I grew up in a household where my dad raised me like.
Do not touch you, innit?
Do not touch me.
That's what I'm saying.
My
Like,
dad never touched me, so how dare
That's
you
why
tell
I
me?
feel like I never say never, but I feel like if a guy was to touch me, I feel like it would be easier for me to leave because my dad never touched me.
Yeah, for me
Do you
as well.
understand? And then you think to yourself, my whole life,
Did you guys like parents ever have domestic violence in the household?
Never.
No,
Never.
never.
And you know what the worst part is? Yeah, man, when my mum and dad would argue, you would never know, like, they would make it seem like it's still normal.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Just to
love
protect
that.
us.
That's
Do you
so
understand?
That.
But now that we're grown,
Because they're aware of you.
now that we're grown, and obviously we've been like,
You're adults now.
Been through my own marriage,
Yeah.
like, do you get it? Like, I've been through everything. It's easier for me to notice the signs of why when they're not talking.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
You've been through it.
But when we're younger, whenever you see nothing.
Yeah, because see, for me, like my parents,
Yeah.
I grew
Yeah.
up seeing domestic violence in my household
Yeah.
as a kid, and that definitely shaped like my whole life.
So you should know, right?
In a way, because I know what not to go for and like what
100%.
not to. The kind of traits that I see my dad do to my mum is stuff that I avoid with men going forward, like in my relationships.
100%.
But what's crazy is like
Yeah.
my dad has had marriages since then, and he's not the same person.
Yeah, do you feel like they can learn from that? They
So
can learn.
my
though.
parents got married really young.
Yeah.
Like 17, 18, they both got married.
Aw.
That's like my mum,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
that,
very
yeah,
young,
mashallah.
and it was very like they came to the UK in like the 90s.
Okay.
So for them it was really like crazy that my mum wanted to go out, like have a social life and do all of those kind of things. And my dad
100%.
was more of a homebody,
Reserved.
family man. Like they were very different people. But growing up watching that, it never leaves you. Like you will never forget those kind of things, like seeing your mum
Of
and your dad
course.
like go through those kind of things. But at the same time, that's what I know. And I would never be like, oh, it can never be me.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah. Never
it
say
could
never.
be me.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Never
It
say
could
never.
be me.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I hope it's never me or anyone. But at the end of the day, like, even like dating and seeing certain kind of like red flags and seeing like, oh, you're a bit like this or you're a bit like that, like I will avoid you completely.
Straight away,
Like,
same.
straight away. Like I
Same.
won't even be like that. But it's
Yeah.
crazy because my dad is so apologetic now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean about
yeah.
it? 'Cause I've had conversations with him about it, like, and he was just like, oh, like I was young and it was just like a different time. I wasn't myself, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, he can't take any of that back because we all witnessed it.
Yeah, it's the truth. But you know what? It's such a good thing because he took
He
accountability.
acknowledged it, yeah.
Yeah, he took
Because he lost his
accountability, which is
family.
really
Oh,
great.
there
At
were
the end of
some
the day, he
people
lost
they
his family.
won't even know
100%.
what they're
Acknowledge
doing.
what they're
What?
doing. Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
blame it on you, but you made me behave like that. It's because of you. Why?
But
I'm
at the end of
acting
the day, like
this.
he lost his family. Do you get what I mean? So like
Oh.
he went through like a loss because of the actions that he did.
Okay.
Do you get it? So like him going forward in his other marriages, my dad's been like a star.
Okay. So at least it was a learning lesson. For
Yeah,
him.
100%.
I never grew up in a household.
You want tissue?
And okay, like my parents never ever put their hands on each other.
Mm.
So I didn't grow up in a household with abuse. Obviously, I've seen arguments and stuff like that. I don't really remember much from my childhood, but I have seen them argue. And if it's like proper arguments, then I have seen them curse at each other as well.
Yeah.
But I think that's the furthest it's gone.
Yeah.
It's never gone to a physical extent. And to with what you were saying, like who I am now today, I wouldn't accept a guy putting their hands on me
Yeah.
Totally.
because my dad's never ever hit me. So
Yeah.
who are you as a man to hit
Yeah.
me? Do you get it?
That's what I'm saying.
My dad's never put, I used to get beaten as a child, but it was all from my mum.
Only my mum. Yeah.
Only my mum. My
Same.
dad's never ever hit me. So who are you to put your hands on me? Do you get it?
Yeah, yeah. But do you know what? For me, I think it all like not it all goes back, but with relationships, like for example, with my experience. I never had domestic violence or any physical
Yeah.
abuse, anything like that.
Yeah.
But definitely had psychological,
Yeah.
emotional.
That's
because
that's all abuse as well. It's all under the same category.
Yeah.
literally, like, the only part of my relationship I really hated, like, that I couldn't change, is when we'd argue and we would disrespect each other.
Yeah, that's the
Because
worst.
That's the worst.
that for me is, I accepted it in the beginning. Because I have a foul mouth. I swear.
That's what I'm saying, Iman. I feel like you swear back at me.
Like, if I'm like, shut
it's
the
so
fuck
bad.
up, I don't need to say to
it's
you,
so-
shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
But I like,
I'll
I
say
didn't
it.
mean it. Like,
But I'm
it's-
gonna say it.
but I had to learn to stop saying certain
Yeah.
things to him. Even then, like, we were talking, like, even in a jokey way, I had to tell myself, oh, don't say, oh, like, you fucking, like, shut the little bitch. I can't say, yeah, but, because if you accept that, then it's like, like, for example, in an
You
argument,
become comfortable.
yeah.
You become comfortable into saying it because that once you've started it, the boundaries already crossed.
Okay, so I had a foul mouth, he had an even worse mouth.
Yeah.
So it was like back and forth. But
Is that sorry to just cut you off there, Iman.
No, it's fine.
But is that abuse though, guys? Because I feel like
It's not
I feel
abuse.
like my
actually, yeah.
things,
Like you're stuck for words.
my
Yeah.
I don't know what to say because they're not my exes. But like,
people
I
you've
feel
dealt
like,
with.
yeah, the people that I've dealt with, I feel like I've spoken disrespectfully to them, and some of them don't just speak back to me disrespectfully, but some of them will, and it's like it's so bad because it's normalized in my head. Like it's
But
normalized to just like
it shouldn't be
for me to
normal.
swear at
Like,
you
because
if you'd swear back at me. But things like bitch, hoe,
Yeah.
Oh,
your mum.
Can't.
All them things is like that for me. That's like a.
you know what gets to me the most?
I draw the line at that.
To me, the most is bitch and telling me to shut up. Oh, don't
Yeah,
tell me
I
to-
hate
don't-
it.
don't-
Yeah.
don't tell
Me
to shut up.
neither. I don't like when people
Because
tell me
I
shut
don't
up.
tell
Don't
what
tell me.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't like
shut
that.
up. I don't
Or shut
tell
your
you,
mouth. Shut your mouth is worse than
Shut
shut
up. Shut your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh,
back.
oh, that's
I could.
I
Maybe
wouldn't say it's abuse.
It's
Yeah,
not
I wouldn't say
abuse,
it's abuse.
but
That's what I was
it's
asking you,
toxic.
man.
It's fucking toxic.
Do you-
fucking toxic.
Do you,
It
I was
can
gonna say, is that
become
underlying?
toxic.
Is that like under abuse?
No,
Like,
no,
it
it's
can
toxic.
be toxic.
It
I was
can
gonna say, is that
become
underlying?
toxic.
Is that like under abuse?
No,
Like,
no,
it's
it can
toxic.
be toxic.
It's toxic because do you know what I had to realize? This is a person that I'm in love with.
Yes.
Like, I'm in love with this person, and if I'm angry, that I can switch and I could just say anything to you and just be like, I can't believe I said that. Later. But I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll say why I would say certain things. It's because in the beginning, his character is the way he's from as well.
Yeah.
Like his family, they just talk like that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
how they
normal.
are. It's just how they are. So he can't help it. It's his character. It's not something he can change.
Yeah.
It was within him, like, just to be like that. Whenever he got angry, he'd go 0 to 100, and he would just say anything.
think.
But then I knew that he didn't mean it because I had met his
Of
mum.
course.
His mum is exactly the same.
Yeah,
his brother's exactly
exactly
the
the
same.
same.
And when they argue, they go low blow.
Loads.
And they're mother and son. And
So they
Yeah.
grew up like
yeah,
that.
like they
So
grew
it's
up like that.
normal
So for him,
him.
it was normal
for
behavior.
him.
But for me, it was my first relationship as well.
Of
Oh.
So for me,
yeah.
I didn't
Normal.
really know. But I had a foul mouth too. So for me, it was like,
Yeah,
shut up.
yeah,
whatever.
facts.
Like, do you get it? Like, I could say that.
Yeah.
But then I really had to deeper. Like, this is a man I am in love with, and I'm telling him, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
That I'm not
up.
talking
Yeah.
to you, and I'm getting real rowdy with you, and I shouldn't be.
It shouldn't
I
be like that.
Yeah,
It shouldn't
I
be
shouldn't
like
get to that level, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not trying to put blame on him or anything.
Of
but
course.
I felt like because he was being like that, I needed some sort of defense. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let you talk to me crazy
This
and
is
me
what
say
I'm
nothing.
saying.
Like, I'm gonna come back.
Some people will bring out a side to you that's not you.
That's not me. And
Yeah.
I in the relationship, a couple of years in, I started to feel like I'm not really being myself. Like, I'm not this nasty. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I was getting nasty with him. Like, I was getting proper nasty.
That's what I'm
with him.
saying. Because their action shouldn't bring you out of your character.
Exactly, it was bringing me out of my character, but I could
Because
hold my
they're
own.
provoking you,
But I
they're
could,
provoking
you.
but I could hold my own. Like, not trying to put blame on him because I could hold my own and I could go toe to toe with him, like verbally. But at the same time, like, that's not who I should have been. That's not how I should have been behaving. And at the same time, this is a man who's 10 years older than me. I feel like he should have had. He should have. He knew in my first relationship. He should have known how to act and how to treat me and how to, like, show me how to be in a relationship and how to act.
Yeah.
I feel like that was his duty and he didn't do that.
And he didn't do that.
Do you get what I mean? Because I didn't experience that.
And now you've
that-
got
that-
a good experience.
Yeah,
out,
now, oh my
you know.
god, I would never dare think of telling my man. If I can tell you to shut the fuck up, I don't want you.
Yeah.
I don't want you.
Is that my bestie in a tessie? Fresh blowout, skin on town, oh, she ready. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, not my motherfucking friend. She been